My role at Blacktown Hospital is as a radiation oncologist. I'm one of the senior staff specialists in radiation oncology. Our service at Blacktown is part of a multidisciplinary team of doctors, nurses, allied health, social workers and so on. And that's important because head and neck cancer patients have complex needs. Their cancer is itself very complex. The treatments that are needed to manage these cancers are very complex, and so it's very important that we work as a team to provide the best possible outcome for the patients.
I think particularly blokes, we think we're all, tough and bulletproof sort of thing, but the soreness of the throat is the main thing. I'm to the point where I can't eat. It's all liquid, so the hospital gives you, special drinks to take to sort of try and stop you from losing weight and things like that, because that's critical that you don't lose weight. So I've got 35 treatments of radiation and 3 treatments of chemo. So the chemo, you do one on the first day and one on the last week and one in between the middle. Work is impossible because I'm a subcontractor for Australia Post and we don't work, we don't get paid. That was the first thing that sort of struck me when I found out about the Better Foundation, was that prior even to them ringing up, or to Caroline ringing up and talking about that, as to what they could offer, that was my biggest worry, because I just knew straight away that, I had mortgages, I had car loans I got to pay, and, bills like everybody else, the same sort of thing.
It's really about adding those services or equipment that is over and above what we provide as a standard health organisation for people with social disadvantage or financial disadvantage while they're working through a cancer diagnosis.
We believe it's an essential part of the DNA of the community, and the works that are conducted here are very important to the community, which makes it very important to us being a member-based business.
We've been able to partner with some key organisations so that we can provide financial assistance.
It is our goal to raise sufficient funds to bring a clinic to the Blacktown area in order to enable patients to access bulk bill treatment for these eye conditions through the support of the Better Foundation. We estimate approximately 300 to 400 new patients every year in this region need treatment with eye injections for these very common conditions. The macula is part of the retina, which is the most important layer at the back of our eye that allows us to see. This includes diabetic macular edema and macular degeneration. These are very common diseases that affect a wide cross-section of our community. We now have access to very effective treatments to prevent vision loss from diabetes in the form of eye injections. Eye injections are performed every 4 to 6 weeks on a regular basis, and there is a strong evidence base to show that this significantly improves vision in patients suffering from diabetes affecting the macula.
And we're looking at many opportunities so that we can keep the care for people as close to home as possible.
For me to travel to Strathfield to visit my doctor, because everything is an effort. At my age of 87, it's not that simple to do these things.
Without this support that the Better Foundation has been providing, many patients would go without the nutritional support that they require to tolerate their treatment and recover from their treatment. The Better Foundation has been able to help us provide patients with transport to come and access treatment and go back, because that in itself has been difficult for some patients. Help with survivorship care, particularly in the area of dental care, psychological care.
If someone else was unlucky enough to be going through this, I would hope they would go through it at a time when this foundation was able to support them in the way it has me. It just makes all the difference.